Hi collective, welcome to my channel, Crystal Shadow Work. So this is going to be a love reading for anybody who finds it. Okay, I'm going to be getting some different messages through the different realms of the fairies, the unicorns, elementals, for like some love and support at this time and some guidance, because a lot of times their messages come through and they're so beautiful and they allow you to see exactly why things are happening the way that they are, because we are in a major shift at this time. There's so many cycles that are closing out, and a lot of things are being revealed and balanced out at this time in Libra season. A lot of stuff's kind of exposed, and sometimes it's really hard when these things get exposed to you. Sometimes you almost question and wonder why, in fact, they do. And I'm here to let you know a little bit about why. It's allow you to process these things. It's allow you to, you kind of get set free in a way when you fully know sometimes why something played out. Because why, in fact, it's happening to you is because of some sort of lesson that needed to be learned, okay? And if you don't know why it happened or how it truly happened, you're not going to learn the lesson for that. And sometimes it's not even that you did anything wrong whatsoever. It's just simply that you needed to find that empowerment, that courage, that strength to find that love from within. That you needed to be strong enough to create boundaries, to stop people from taking your energy, is for stop people from taking advantage of you, for using you for your niceness, right? Now, I know that a lot of this stuff is not fair, but that is why, in fact, karma is here. Because these people that have came in and took an advantage of you and used you and third-partied you and broke your heart and did all of this, they're getting their karma and you're getting yours as well. So like I said, in this reading alone, you could get the confirmation through the different realms, Take it however you feel it fitting for you. But this is the part of empowerment where you're going to heal yourself and you're going to be aligned with something far greater. You need to remember that divine source, God, they see all. They know everything that's going on that you don't see. That's going on behind closed doors. Everything, right? So when something happens, right, sometimes God leads these people away from you. Sometimes it's like he allows there to be kind of like a trickster energy to come in, kind of like devil energy, like temptation to make these people stray away. And it's also to test them, because he's already feeling or seeing that they're borderline, giving that trust and that love to you. So it's like he may send a test in of a temptress, right, or whatever, and then if they fall for it and they go off with this devil, right, stray away, do a third party cheat, betrayal, then in fact, no, there needs to be an ending, there needs to be a closure here. And a lot of times it's your ancestors, it's your spirit guides and all sorts of things that will reveal these things to you, that will bring the enlightenment to you, that may bring up a phone like I'll never forget one of the first times that this happened to me, and like it sorry, I'm just taking a minute because I am in a process of healing, because I've just had some things revealed and exposed to me. So I'm on the boat too, so that may help you if you're going through some sort of breakup, betrayal, heartache, and things like that. This should help empower you to keep yourself together, because in fact I am too, or so, right? But it allows you to find that love from within. So anyways, like your spirit team and your ancestors and your guides, they bring these things to your attention. They try to. They like to use messages, synchronicities, and try to get your attention. Sometimes, like, they could bring papers or messages or leave a phone lit up or something like that, or get you some sort of message. But I'll never forget one time. Like, I was on my phone, and for some reason, like, I literally went to log into my Facebook account. And I clicked on my Facebook, and I didn't ever let anybody else log into my Facebook account, right? I was just mine, And my boyfriend at the time, he had like multiple Facebook accounts, I guess, and I didn't know about the one. I had already had feelings that he was being mistrusting or whatever, because he's like creating fights all the time, and then he'd go run off to his stay with family. And I I started to realize this, like, yeah, he's obviously. So I had the strong feelings, but, you can't accuse somebody unless you have proof of something, right? And I'm not one where I'm going to go, I've been through that in the past. If you have to go through somebody's phone and go looking for it, things that are not really there, you're going to start to see them. So you can't go looking for the stuff. So I've been a firm believer that things will be brought to your attention. The truth's meant to come out, right? Well, anyway, so I didn't know he had multiple Facebook accounts till this day, right? Because I was logging into my Facebook, just clicking the Facebook button like I normally do. Logs me right in. I don't ever go through the login screen. But all of a sudden, I wasn't in my Facebook account. And I didn't know whose account I was in. It was like it was corrupted, right? But I noticed that there was a picture of my ex in the corner. But it was a picture I'd never seen before. And I was like, what is this? So then I clicked on the messages, and I went down. I had seen all the current messages that were going on between him and his ex-wife that he had already lied and hid about, that it came out later on, which should have been a first sign for me that I could trust him. And then I seen all of this stuff, and that's when I realized that it was a secondary Facebook account or whatever. But you see what I mean? I hope I explained it very well. Do you see what Source did? It was like somehow they had flipped. Okay, I guess I left the part out that he was on the other couch at my parents' house, and he was logging into his secondary account. And I guess at the exact same time, like, I must have been logging into my Facebook, and it was like our phone switched or something. I don't know. But for some reason, instead of it logging him in his phone, it opened it up on mine. To this day, I don't know how that happened. Source did something there. I would have never known. He was so good at hiding it. So anyway, I ended things, obviously. And it happened in a perfect place because I was at my parents' and I felt safe and, things like that. So you never know. Sometimes timing is always, because he was kind of, really abusive and things like that. So, I was safe. It could have gotten really bad, if we would have been at our home. When it happened or whatever. But it's interesting how I felt to bring that up tonight, because a lot of times when I get these messages, it's because I can fully let go and I can connect. So I'm in a situation now where kind of the same thing. I feel betrayal. I'm starting to feel not trust because I'm really going off of what I feel, right? And I started to realize that the same thing. It's like when we get into a disagreement, when I get into it, even just disagreement about my boyfriend just over just stupid stuff, I just don't understand why he gets so upset sometimes. But it's like I've learned to not argue and fight. It goes nowhere. So I kind of will walk away, go myself, I'm not going to talk right now, I'm upset. Let's talk later when things calm down. So I'll walk away. And this last time, literally, I walked away, I went in my bedroom, I shut the door, I locked the door. I wouldn't answer the door for anybody, and I was just working. And then I go out, an hour later, and he was already gone. And I was just like, well, I guess he wanted out. He just found a way to get out. I mean, sure, he was knocking on the door to try to let me know he was leaving and all of that, but still, it was like I didn't provoke the fight. I didn't, I didn't do anything to make him get upset and leave, right? And then when he came back, still, the whole time he was gone, I was getting this feeling. And then in my cards are saying betrayal and all this stuff. And I don't look at people's energies ever without permission. I feel it's an invasion thing. I just don't do that. But I was trying to do readings for the new moon or the full moon we were under, and all this stuff kept coming up, but then I didn't know if my intentions were going off of it. I'm am I just feeling this? Is it because I'm so upset with him gone or whatever that it's coming out in my cards? Then I felt as though I couldn't even work, right? So I didn't do any readings that weekend. And anyway, and then after he came back or whatever, I just still couldn't shake this feeling, but I didn't know if it was just because I was upset at how, he just made it seem like, well, when things get to be too much, I can go stay with my family and spend time with them because we live at a distance from his family or whatever. And so I kept telling my intuition, like, no, Crystal, you're worried about this because this happened before, right? Because the person, when he go away before, obviously he was seeing his ex-wife and cheating on me and all of that, right? So I was like, it's just a fear. It's an insecurity. I'm like, so maybe this is coming about for me to work through this, right? And it's like every couple weeks or so, he goes and stays with family, and which is fine and stuff. And I've been working this past year over this, but it's just like lately something switched, right? And I am. Look at this. I'm pulling out the temptation card. See, I feel he was tested, and I think you failed it. Okay, anyway, so, like, even though I was denying my feelings, right? I let it go. I'm like, I have to let it go. I can't live in this. The truth is going to come out if there's something. And then I don't know why, but it was like, was out in the garage looking for something, and I had ran across one of his shirts on the floor, and then I ran across a pair of underwear that I had never seen before. And I was like, oh, well, what is this? So right away I was just like, oh, I'm going to calm down. I'm not going to, like, accuse him of this. Because he was at work when I found this or whatever, too. I'm like, I'm not going to upset him or start anything at work, right? I'm like, maybe he just, it was the pair that was left at his mother's house that I just have never seen in a year or whatever, So I, just tried to, let it go or whatever, but my intuition was just like, no. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you're feeling this way, and then you run across something? So I was like, no. All right, I'm going to have to ask him about it, but I'm not going to accuse him because it's not nice to accuse people when you don't know something. You can find out far more when you just ask a question, see if they're lying to you, right? So then I thought I would ask where they came from, right away. So defensive, long, elaborate story about how he had acquired them and all this stuff. See, if you go right out and you accuse somebody, they're automatically going to be in that defensive energy or whatever. But it's like, then you can tell. When somebody overly has to explain something and overly tell something to make sure that you understand exactly what they're saying, normally you're telling a lie, right? So... yeah. And I still didn't want to accept it, because sometimes we do that. But it really, stuff doesn't stop. When you get something wrong, it'll keep coming about until you get the clarity, so you keep finding different messages. And I just notice, every single reading I'm trying to do, it's like, betrayal, liar. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's, I think, why I got away from doing my tarot readings, really. Because it was just... I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it to stop. And that's where people can really mess with you, When you don't trust somebody, the truth is always going to come out. And especially, you're not meant to be around these energies. Especially if you have, a very important mission or job or whatever it is. It's not good on your mental health. It's not good on any of this stuff. Like I said, sometimes you gotta just walk away and look at it from a different perspective. So you know what I finally took away from it? What did I say about the two stories? Do you see the similarity in the stories? It was repeating. It was a cycle repeating. The same type of cycles will repeat. So even if you don't even have the proof, sometimes you can just go, this is happening to me again. And you just have that knowing. And then you learn to just start You know, it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm probably never going to get the truth of who, because he went to such extremes that he was even going to have his mother lie about them being her brothers. Like, it's just crazy, the stuff. And I'm just, I can't even, like, sometimes the stuff that we will put up with to protect our hearts from being broken, or you know what, I'm going to take that like, okay. You were exposed. You will get your karma. And, you know, just move on, right? A lot of times these people that do cheat, run into a third party or something like that, it's because they let the devil get in their mind, you know. And why would the devil get in their mind? Because they're of a low vibration. Why? Because of some sort of wound or heartache or fear or phobia that may have happened to them. So just let it go. You know, it's, instead of being angry, like, now I know that. See, I was starting to pull my energy back because I wanted to not be around low vibrational energy. I was trying to get him to show more love in other ways and like come asking for love and attention, but he took my distancing myself as I wasn't interested. So it was kind of one of those, oh, she's not interested in me, so she's starting to stray away, so I'm going to go do something first so she don't hurt me. It's kind of what I feel happened. So I guess what I'm getting is it's really important to communicate. You gotta have that communication, right? Don't leave that. I mean, what's messed up though is like I straight up told him, like, I'm gonna distance myself. I want you to show love. Like, I spent an entire night trying to say how you don't show me love. Like, I even did a reading where I was showing what the type of love that I deserve to have, and like, maybe I should have told him all of those things instead of putting it in a reading. I think I tried. Sometimes these things are inevitable, I guess. You can't deny all of the signs and the messages. When you have an inner knowing, you know. It's what you feel. Even if you don't always see, because the stuff gets revealed to you later, right? And you know what? As crazy as it sounds, like, now that I have the clarity or whatever, it like, or the reassurance from me that I knew what was wrong, like, I was starting to see the pattern, and even though maybe I didn't want to believe it because I didn't want to be heartbroken, I'm not nearly as much as I think I would have been if I didn't know about the betrayal. If he would have just like left me for that third party, you know, I would have been feeling like so down about myself, you know, like it would have played out totally different. And I'm sure that's where he's at right now, and I'm sure that, you know, that's who he's gonna be with. But, you know, what he had with me was genuine, you know. And for leaving me, like, he left me for a devil, or he threw me away, risked it for a devil, for a temptation, for a devil energy. You don't think he's going to get his karma? I've already foreseen, me being a psychic, what the karma is, but... And I can't even warn him about it, because it's his karma and it's going to happen to him. But no, it's always far worse. Karma's played out, especially when it's against a chosen one. You don't do that. You're messing with one of God's. And I guess I shouldn't have, like, well, I don't even know how this reading was going to go, because I create content for the chosen ones, but this was going to be for anybody who needs it. But yeah, I guess that's a warning. You don't mess with God's chosen ones. You don't. I mean, you really shouldn't mess with anybody. You're going to get your karma, but it's a lot. more profound when you're going against somebody God put here to save this world, right? So karma comes around, right? So just send them healing, love, and light. You're not going to hold on to that. God's going to take care of that. Karma's going to take care of that, right? So, yeah. Getting these things revealed. You don't see that. I've been seeing 2020 a lot too. And it's like hindsight, right? Like, things have to be revealed for you to know the inner workings and why things happen. And you know what? I'm not going to fall for anything like that ever again, am I? No, I'm not. And, you know, I like, too, that I trusted. Because to me, it shows me that I overcame the trust in the beginning to, like, let him stay with family. It wasn't until I noticed a change. That's when I should have, you know, like, took action right away. If anything, that's what I would have done. Just took action right away and not carried it on, because I know that this happened through the summer, right? So pay attention to how people act. When people start to change their behaviors and their ways, all of a sudden things are different. They're pulling their energy back. They're caring more about when they're away, how they look and how they are, than when they're with you. I mean, like, all the signs were there, and I think I knew. I just didn't want to see them. All right, anyways, enough about that. This is turning back into empowerment reading, because it really showed me that I was so focused on my boyfriend at the time and my love for him, and that I wasn't showing enough love. I wasn't showing myself enough love, right? So that's what it's about now, and that's what I'm so excited about this season. When the seasons change, and I keep hearing that Green Day song, when the seasons end, when September ends. Oh, wow. So yeah, there's a lot of endings. I'm super excited, guys. Like, it got a little bit cool yesterday in Florida, and it doesn't often do that. I got super excited, and the kids are like, Mom, like, this morning before school, like, Mom, where's our coats? I'm like, oh my God, we got like no coats because we moved. And I'm like, these are raggedy. I'll buy new ones if I need to get my kids all coats and stuff when we went out last night. Seeing the cutest little hats, right? And I was just like, that's cute. I want it. I'm going to get it. Why? Because I'm going to buy myself gifts. I'm going to love myself. So, and then I was thinking too, like, I really want to go home. I really want to go home where I can wear my hat all the time. Because this just doesn't feel like home to me anymore. Now it's like all messed up. Also, too, like, gosh, there's so much stuff getting exposed within the families, the spell work, and the, oh my gosh, the manipulation. Like, I finally realized now why full moons have been so intense for me. Oh my God, all the moon magic spells. Like, are you kidding me? You can only give these spells power if you're in low vibration. Protect your crown. I'm definitely going to be wearing my hat on these moon damn witches. And we're getting into, like, the strongest time, too, October. Just so you know, all you damn witches and all your little spell work and all of that, well, I'm going to stay at high vibration this full moon, so nothing's getting in for damn sure. But, what was I just going to say? Yeah, you're getting all your damn karma. Oh my God, these people think that they can put all this stuff out there and ain't gonna go back. Now, especially everybody that's projected stuff my way against the chosen one, all your spells, why do you think you keep looking and all that stuff's not working? Yeah, you may have gotten into my mind. You may have sent devils to test, you know, my boyfriend and get him to get tempted by the devil. And, yeah, speak of the devil, right? And stray away or whatever. But obviously his intentions weren't pure, and I know God's going to take care of the karma for that, you know? So, yeah, I'm just going to love myself. And, you know, if anything, I'm freed from that. So I guess it helped me in a way. You sent to test my way, perhaps. And maybe you're the one that's with them. Then you're getting that karma too that's coming. I'm just so grateful and thankful that I was protected before that karma came down, right? Okay, so, yeah. This is for somebody out there. I don't know who. I'm trying to think of this. I was supposed to get into the realms, right? And then I got into my own personal story. It's gonna help somebody, or you're just gonna laugh and you're just gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Crystal's just so gullible." Who finds? Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Moderation. This keeps coming out. What am I doing? Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? I talked earlier about the reading that I had. No, I'm completely have not been eating junk. What are you overindulging in? What is unhealthy? Or it's them saying a little bit to fit your fancy is fine. So if you're being too harsh on yourself, like I am, I've been trying to completely clear toxins away from me. Like, I can't tell you how many times I go to get something to eat and I'm like, nope, there's nothing you wouldn't eat because everything has freaking junk in it, whether it's a preservative, a dye, just like, I don't eat anything like prepackaged anymore. I think, you know, if it's not like fresh, like I don't want it like, and it was crazy. I went to the grocery store tonight, like all the stuff's gone. Like I'm not kidding. I'm like, is there another hurricane coming that I don't know about? Like, all the milk was wiped out, all the eggs, all the breads, all the fruits. Like, couldn't find bananas, couldn't find lots of other, so I ended up with just strawberries and, like, a bag of carrots. I'm like, well, this will be fine for me, I guess. There's, like, so much stuff. I got all the stuff my kids want. I let my kids eat that stuff. But it's just, like, ever since, like, I've been starting to awaken and enhancing my abilities and starting to make these major changes, I can't get into that. So maybe that's a message for you guys. If you're starting to shift into this 5D, we really need to start growing our food, and that's probably a big factor of it too, guys. You feel so much better when you get away from all of these toxins. You know, like my daughter made like little like Hocus Pocus brownies because we had watched the Hocus Pocus movie and stuff. Like I got her the Hocus Pocus tarot deck too. I'm excited. I'm going to do a reading with it tonight. I actually got it. I haven't even looked at it yet. Because, like, see, like, going through all of this, because, like, anyway, it's been a rough weekend. Like, I haven't, but anyway, so she made, like, these Hocus Pocus brownies, super cute, like, little spell books, and she's been coming at me every night, like, Mom, try one of my brownies. I'm like, no. So maybe that's what it's telling me, too, so it's okay to treat yourself. But if you guys are doing something that you shouldn't, or too much of something, let me go. Ooh, lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. Ooh, I like that. And hidden depths, this one came out earlier too. I love it when the same cards come back out. And if you watched my reading earlier, you'll see I'm talking about both these cards. If that don't show you I'm enlightened and that these are really the fairies coming out, look at my reading I did earlier. And it was like realms. I think I'm wearing an orange bandana, I think, instead of the hat. But anyway, I did it earlier. And hidden depth. Something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. I'm just getting you guys are going to be seeing the patterns, the inner workings. You're going to start to realize why things had to repeat themselves. I'm just getting So much of it was just for empowerment and to really get you to love yourself. And to really get you to trust what you feel. We rely so much on how people talk to us instead of how they show us. You really have to go off of how people show you love. I hope that's making sense. Somebody can see, it's just like, that's what I mean, like, oh, I'm just gonna get all this stuff out of my mind. Like, that was like a big thing. I was like, my ex was like, always was one to like need that validation of where he say I love you, I have to say it back, or he'd get angry. Like, I hate that. Like, no, it's supposed to be something sweet you say. Why does it have to be where just you have to say it back, or it means you don't mean it? So no, I started to pull my power back. I was like, no, I'll say I love you back. Maybe after the third or fourth time, like that morning or day or whatever, I'm like, okay, I just wouldn't say anything. Be like, I've already said I love you today. I don't need to keep saying it. So anyway, it was like, I was starting to see so much. I was like, wow, I'm really like feeding his ego with this. Like, this, like, does he ever really show me love? Like, I don't know. That's for somebody. Like, I'm just getting a lot of you that may get in alignment with this. Like, it's going to get you to really see things differently. That's why I'm being called to put some of the perspectives out there. You're really going to see how a lot of you, it's like, you get in these relationships with these narcissists because they know how to like breadcrumb you or how to show you a little bit of love. And you don't see what's really going on. You don't see how much they're really controlling you with that. Like, a lot of you, it's like if you weren't shown love, like, what's crazy, like, well, like your best relationship and you find out it was like a total lie, like, and you're still like, well, that was my best relationship because they showed me the most amount of love. Like, oh my gosh, you guys gotta love yourself. You really do. So yeah, don't give in to those things. Start to look at how they show you. You know, do they care about your feelings and emotion? Do they care about your hobbies and interests? Do they just do things without asking for you? Like, if I think about that, like, I'm not really into that. Okay. Celebration. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out and dance and play. An invitation could be on the way. This one came out for me earlier too. I don't know if it came out last reading, but I was playing with the cards and I was like, Source, what am I going to do? Because I'm like, I can't stop thinking about situations going on, you know, because I'm making those major changes, right? And so I'm like, well, I want to do a reading, right? And I'm like, I like flip the cards out and I put them back down. I'm like, how am I supposed to do a reading? That's why I was like, do an empowerment reading about people going through stuff right now. So that's why you're getting this. So please don't judge me off of this reading. It's supposed to be to empower people at this time. So anyway, this card came out earlier. So definitely there's some sort of invitation on the way. Good, because I'm ready. Because it has been such a long time since I've been out and I've had fun. Like, seriously. Flourish. The lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experiences and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. Okay. And friendships. See, you're being called to go have friends. See, and sometimes when you have these controlling partners, like, they don't want you to have friends and they don't want you to go off and all of that. So I'm definitely excited. Like, I know I'm empowered enough to love myself, and I want to call in my my soul tribe, my friends that are on the same vibration as me. you know, I want to hang out with them and party and have some fun. So, you know, and I feel that I'm going to get so much love and support from new higher vibrational friends and, you know, people that I know that I can trust. And I'm so excited for those times. So, anyways, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you in your journey and fulfill your dreams. Yes, because see, now I'm back on track to pursuing my dreams and ambitions. You got to look at it that. A lot of times when you're in these troubling situations or even if you're in a relationship, but maybe you don't even realize there was that much even going on, but if you weren't like excited about life and wanting to pursue your passions and your dreams, then something was off, right? So anyway. Okay. Well, what am I at? 35 minutes. Okay. Well, that was the fairies. See, my third eye isn't so itchy. That's exciting for me because it's activation. See, I've been waiting for things to open up because I asked Source a while back to close my third eye. I was seeing too much. It was scaring me when I was first starting my awakening because I have prophetic, I think it's called, dreams. So I was literally close my eyes and I would see everything. The chaos, the catastrophic things. You know, and like it was scaring me. I couldn't sleep, right? So it was too much, and I was so, yeah. I'd asked them to close that off. It just recently I've been asking them to reawaken it, so I've slowly been doing it. So I get like little glimpses and little flashes and things like that. So anyway, if that's another message for some of you, if an ability or something is too strong or too much, just tell them. I don't know if I want to say that or not. I guess I'm not going to hold it back since I already came out with something in this message. I mean, take it as you may, right? Some people believe in prophetic dreams, and that's where like you have a very clear dream, and it's something that's going to happen, right? And like I know for a fact that it's true. At first I didn't know. Some of the stuff was very like, I don't ever watch stuff with killing and all of that, but I was seeing a lot of like battlings and killings and things like that, and I knew that it was through my third eye because it was so vivid. And so anyway, like I didn't even know at that time that the catastrophic ones that I was seeing, where like natural disasters and stuff like that I was seeing, were real, because I don't know, I was new to it, whatever. But when my son turned about 6, he would start to come at me with the same dreams. And I remember thinking like, oh my God, is it because I asked him to close my third eye, they're giving them to him? You know, like, is my son now have to carry out this part? But then I realized that no, he just very much his abilities like me, right? And so, you know, I've had to work with him a lot and explain to him that, you know, he's going to get to use those dreams to help a lot of people someday, but that he can't go telling people them at this time, like his friends at school, or about his dreams and stuff, because people aren't going to understand them. But anyway, it was the exact same one of the dreams that he had that I'd had, and that's when I was just like, oh my gosh, that goes along with what I feel and what I know, right? So anyway, take it as you may. I don't really know what to do with it yet, because so many people are going to believe what they want. I guess for the ones that do believe and want that enlightenment, it's there. But it's just like, I've always had signs and messages of where I was supposed to go. I've always known like geographical locations of where I was supposed to go. Like, and if I ever ask, I get reassurance. Like, I know next where I'm supposed to go home, because I just will not stop seeing the state, license plates, everything. Like, it just keeps telling me where I'm supposed to be going, where I need to go. But anyway, I guess I'm starting to channel. I'm starting to drift off. They're showing me other things. But the dream that I had, my son had, is we were seeing lots of big waves and water, and buildings were getting flipped over, and huge amounts of water, and there was a bunch of people floating in the water and things like that. So it's definitely water submerging the city. And I've always known that Florida, everybody needs to get out of Florida. That Florida is not going to, it's not going to be here. It's going to, something's going to happen. I don't know if it's, like the hurricanes coming and it's messing with the levels, the sea level, the amount, the hurricane and stuff, and like when these hurricanes keep hitting us, the corrosion underneath the sea level. I mean, we already got sinkholes happening all over the damn place. They don't share all the stuff that happens. Like, it's crazy. Like, even when they think, because it starts to crack, it's like out here at the city will completely block off the roads, and they got to send surveyors and look and make sure that it can't possibly be a sinkhole, right? We us Floridians, we know this stuff, right? So anyway, like, yeah, more of this stuff is happening, but like, to me, not going to show everything. But anyway, so from what I get is when you see all of this flooding happening, and from what I've seen, it's not happening while like a storm is going on. You know, it's not like there, because, you know, when a hurricane comes, like, you can't see nothing, right? There's so much wind and water swirling around, you can't see nothing out the windows or nothing. So it's not like I see all of that. It's just literally, it's like clear as day. It's just like the waves are coming in, and the buildings are knocking over, and it's sunny, and it's really weird. And so to me, it's like, I don't know if just something finally gives, and like something happens where something's gonna it's just gonna like break off, go under. I mean, Florida's hanging out in the ocean, right? It doesn't go all the way down, right? There's only so many sea level, and the corrosion, everything that's happening. I've just always known there's not going to be enough time to evacuate and get everybody out. I mean, that's why even when there's a hurricane, you try to evacuate. Like, if you don't leave like 24 hours before, like, you're just stuck in traffic and all this stuff. There's just way too many people. There's way too much going on here. Or if the volcanoes underneath, something happens with the natural disasters or whatever, hurricane, or what did I say, tornadoes? What did I say? The volcanoes going off? Like, they are going off in the oceans. So maybe something like that. But something's going to happen where Florida's going to give, and it's going to break away from. And just there's just so much. So I've always known that I've needed to get out of here, right? And it's been for years. It was like, I was down here maybe a year or two, and then all of a sudden I was just like, then it started getting all of this stuff. So I don't know if there's any scientific, like, I've never looked into any of that stuff, if it's estimated that Florida very much could go under. Like, I've never looked into it. This is just simply my dreams, the feelings that I've had, the downloads that I've received of it, and then seeing my son come up with the same dreams. And, you know, I mean, unless it's somewhere else, but, you know, one thing that's like very unique about Florida, as I've noticed, is that it's the only place that I've ever been where it can be raining and it can be just bright and sunny, and, you know, it can just rain and be sunny and then clear as day, like nothing happened. So that's what it's like in this dream. It's like all of this is happening, and it's just sunny as can be. That's why, to me, it's just, I knew that it was Florida that I was foreseeing, you know. I don't know. I just close this reading. If you've ever felt that way, or maybe you have loved ones in Florida and you can encourage them to move out of Florida and get out of Florida, you know, I'm just, all right. Anyway, I don't know why this came out in this reading, but 44:44, I just see it on the clock. That's angels right there. 44:44. See, and maybe that's one of the gifts they're telling me I'm not using as my dreams, and now they're opening my third eye. See, and I'm like, am I going to start to see more disasters and stuff now? I don't know. But that's what's so hard, too, is they want you to share the stuff, and then I'm told sometimes the stuff is, like, shown for me to get clarity and guidance in the dreams and not always share. But I tell them to guide me through the readings, and this came out in the reading. I don't know. I'm going to leave that there. However you want to take that. I'm looking right at stand in your power, be passionate about your vision, bring about positive change. Let's get some more unicorn cards. Like, I don't even know why I went there. Something, oh yeah, about the abilities and how you can ask them to turn them off, but some of you could have very powerful dreams. You know, maybe if some of you feel as though you have these powerful visions, dreams, and you're not putting them out there, maybe you're supposed to because of people like me that get them, but then don't know what to do with them because maybe if I had this stronger confirmation, because remember, I was scared of them, so I shut them down, and then, or whatever, because you learn how to assess all of them. So it's like, maybe it's like, you get the download, you see it, you feel it. Like, some people, like, feel things as if they were there. They really use that mediumship ability, right? So, like, if you know you're having a prophetic dream and you need to share it, then maybe that's why I had to share that one. Maybe you've had that same one. Maybe you know that Florida is going to go break off, float away or whatever, that you save as many people as you can, right? I don't know. They had me put that out there. Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts. Open the gate to the angelic realm. It's definitely about expanding your gifts, right? They're trying to tell me to use those dreams. I know they are. We'll see. You got to use these gifts. You can't just not use them. And a lot of you are not fully using your gifts. I know another one's my hands. Can have Reiki healing. I'm supposed to be using my hands. I'm working on that one, source, okay? Cocoon of white light. Rest in perfect love. Understand oneness. We got laws of grace. Be your divine essence. Dissolve all in grace. Ooh. Shower of blessings. Open yourself to receive and pay it forward. Beautiful. And then open to abundance. I got this one earlier too. Believe you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity. Ooh, look at all these spirit animals. I've been picking up on them a lot. I told you there's so many realms that are here helping with the shift of this 5D consciousness and helping raise the vibration and the elevation of everyone. I've seen all of these animals too. The owl, I've been seeing the white owl, unicorn, tiger, rabbit, a kitty, a puppy, a bear, and a deer. You guys can look up all those spirit animals. Look at that rainbow butterfly there. It's beautiful. Cocoon of white lights. Understand oneness. That's that 5D consciousness. That's also what's helping very much too with my reveal. The big reveal. God, I've been telling stuff that's going to get revealed to me. I knew stuff was going to solve it. I knew karma was going to play out. I just had no idea. Sometimes you have no idea. It's not what you would think. So anyway, this shift to this 5D consciousness is very much happening. Violet flame, invoke the cosmic diamond. Violet flame, transmute all that is not love. That's why it's happening. Yeah. Soul satisfaction, honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. It's all about you. Nurture yourself, gather your strength, refreshing oasis. Beautiful. Listen to your heart, awaken psychic abilities, tune into the infinite. Manifest your dreams, focus on your visions, seek satisfaction and contentment. And enlightenment, look for the highest perspective, see the divine in everyone. That's where I was going. Thank you, Source. I'm like, where was I going with this? I say that this 5D consciousness, like, it really helped me see the interworkings and, in fact, why these things played out, understanding. And remember, like I had said, that the reason why my ex went and did this is because he had some trauma, right? And he had fears and all of that, and he got sucked into the devil and temptation and all of that. And you know what? He's going to have to learn from that. And hopefully he can now heal that wound and maybe put full trust into his next relationship, right? And not get manipulated by the devil and not fail that test when it comes around again for him, right? Okay, but yeah. So anyways, all right, guys, that was a reading. I'm almost at an hour. I hope this definitely inspired and helped somebody. Definitely helped me, because a lot of times when I just don't know what to do, I'll go do readings and I know they're going to relate to somebody. So anyway, a lot of stuff in here. I'm just going to be quiet. I don't know. I'm going to go play with that Hocus Pocus deck. If you guys want to see a tarot reading, come back. Maybe I'll upload the tarot reading. I did say I was going to do a portal reading tonight. I forgot earlier. So yeah, I'm going to look at the portal gateway energies. So I'll do one of those and then I'll play with the Hocus Pocus tarot. So if you're interested and you want to see that one, I'll do just the readings too. I won't ramble and talk about my situation in that one, because this was supposed to be an empowering one. Then those will be down below on my channel. All right, guys. Well, love and light to you all. Bye.